Hi, I'm Rick Wright, a career specialist with the Career Center, which is a free service of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. And in this video, we will show you how to apply for a job online with Autozone. First, let me share my screen. And want to begin by showing you the Career Center's website, which is at www.careercenterbr.com. that has a wealth of resources to help you with your career or especially with your job search, such as resume templates and job search websites. But when you're ready, with a web browser open, click in the address bar and type Autozone.com and hit enter. Let me take myself out of the picture. Most websites, the way you apply online, you look for a link that says jobs or careers. Most of the time, it's at the bottom of their homepage. I'm not seeing anything that says jobs or careers at the top of the web page. So I'm going to click on this gray bar, holding the mouse button, drag all the way down to the bottom, or you can use the mouse wheel. Go to the bottom and look for, there it is, careers. Click on that. Now, unless you have already applied for a job online with Autozone, you do not yet have an account with their job application website. Rather than asking the website to tell you about job openings across the country, first start with your location. That's what you want to do with most businesses and companies that are statewide or nationwide. So I'm going to type Baton Rouge, LA, or you can type in where you live and where you want to apply for a job with Autozone. Find jobs. Let's get rid of this. Wow, it looks like there are 159 job opportunities with Autozone within a 10-mile distance of Baton Rouge. Now, some of these are, for example, in Port Allen, which is across the river. What you can do, if you want to be more specific, is go up to here to locations, click on this and say, no, I'm only looking for job openings with Autozone in Baton Rouge. I don't want to drive across the river or to one of the surrounding towns. So click on this, and it tells us right away there's 91. That's a lot. All right, so here are the 91 job opportunities with Autozone, specifically in Baton Rouge. You can scroll through the list to see if there's a particular location you're interested in or a particular job. For the sake of this video, I'm going to choose the very first one, part-time retail sales associate with store number 3867, which is on Plank Road. But you can look for the opening at the store that you are most interested in. When you find that, click on Apply Now. This is where some people get a little confused. They try to sign in with a job application website, but they don't yet have an account, so this will not work. So instead of trying to log in, you want to look for something that says Create New Account, or in this case, New User. I'm going to create an account with Autozone's job application website. Click in the first box, username, and it's your email address. Now, I'm going to type the email address of a fictitious person that we're going to use for this pretend application, but you use your email address. In this case, the fictitious person, her email address is janeqpublic1976b@gmail.com. Password. It doesn't say what the password requirements are, which is a little frustrating. And sometimes a website doesn't tell you what the password requirements are until you try to create one and it doesn't work. And then they tell you, you create a password for Autozone's job application website. Whatever password you create, it is imperative that you write it down and you save it. And you don't lose it, because that is how you can get back into the website to check on the status of your application or perhaps to complete your application if you couldn't finish it. And then I don't know why, but they said, hey, your username is your email address, and then it says, hey, what's your email address? I already gave this to you. That's okay. So we're going to repeat it. Click on register, and we'll find out if the password meets their requirements. No, I don't want the browser to save that password. All right. Select a language. You do have a choice. It can be in English or Spanish. That's helpful for those of you Spanish is your first language. And there's a privacy statement. You can take the time to read it. In order to continue, you do have to click on I accept. All right. Profile upload. This is an interesting step. If you have a LinkedIn account, you can click on this button and the application will upload information from your LinkedIn account. You can also upload a resume. Most websites that give you the chance to do this, it reads your resume, takes the information, and fills out much of the application for you. And that's a great time saver. I should warn you that not all job applications do that, but I'll show you how to do it. Click. Let's imagine that you have a copy of your resume on the computer that you're using. Click, browse. Where is it? Now, I put it in this folder, which is Career Center, and there it is, Resume Jane Q Public. So you would click on that, click on Open, and it would import your resume, and you hopefully use the information to fill out the application. For the purposes of this video, we're not going to do this. We're going to click on No Thanks. I'm going to fill it out manually. Save and continue. Personal information. How did you hear about this job? Notice anytime that there is a red star or a red asterisk, that means you have to answer, you have to provide information. If there is no red star, you don't, although you might wish to if you think it will help you get an interview or get the job. But they want to know, how did you hear about this? Well, we found it on their website, which is Autozone.com, but you might choose one of the other options if that is how you found out. What about Autozone? Oh, the career site. I don't know what the difference is between that and career section, but that's okay. All right, now you type in your personal information, starting with first name. I'm going to use the fictitious person's name and information. And when you fill out an application online, we strongly urge you to use perfect spelling and perfect punctuation. So capital J, capital P, and her fictitious phone number. Make sure you use your phone number. Whoops, they tell you what the format is. I didn't catch that. Just the 10 digits, no dashes or parentheses. Something you want to look for on job application websites. Do you have any of the following automotive experience? Click all that apply. Well, Jane does not. If you do, you can click on, hey, I have some vehicle experience. But Jane does not. Have you ever had an automotive certification? Select all that apply. Jane does not have any such certification, but you click on the ones that apply for you. The stores are open 7 days a week, which is great. When are you available to work? It doesn't mean that they're going to schedule for all of those times, but you're saying, if you schedule me for those times, I'm available. Jane says that she can work days, nights, and weekends, not prepared to work overnights. Do you have experience assisting customers? Yes. Do you have experience selling auto parts? Jane does not. You can click on yes, or I'd rather not say. I wonder if you can choose that. What's your military status? Jane is not a military veteran. Are you bilingual? Jane is not. Now, I have studied a lot of languages, but I'm not sure I'm bilingual in any of them. But if you are able to speak another language proficiently, that is a valuable, valuable skill. So you could click on yes, and for example, you could say, hey, I speak Spanish fluently or proficiently. you're ready, click on Save and Continue. Whoops, I missed something. What did I miss? Oh, notice how when you make a mistake, websites usually tell you what you missed. And they will mark, I forgot to say, where does Jane live? Anytime you see a down arrow, that means a drop-down menu. It's a list of choices. You don't type the answer. So click on the arrow, gives you the list of choices. And very helpfully, United States and Mexico are towards the top of the list. Thank you. Which state? Since once you choose the United States, it says, well, which state? Another drop-down menu. Got to go down to Louisiana. Closest, boy, they don't mess around. Closest metropolitan area. In my case, Baton Rouge. Where does Jane live? Baton Rouge. And her zip code is, make sure you put your city and your zip code. Now we can save and continue. What about Jane's work experience? Whoops, sorry. First is education. Where did Jane go to school? Well, our fictitious Jane Public went to McKinley High School. Program. Oh, this is annoying. What do you choose when it's high school? General studies? I don't know how you describe your major in high school. Education level. High school diploma, GED, at least 11 years. Graduation status. I did graduate. If you did not, that's all right. You could say did not graduate or you're still in high school. Jane graduated. Graduation date, not specified. It's not required. If it is more than 10, 15 years ago, we strongly recommend you don't provide the date. Education. There's no blanks yet. Add education is if you wish to add more, such as you went to community college, vocational school, and so on. But we don't need any more for Jane. Work history. First, employer. Fictitious Jane worked for a business called High Tech. She was a machinist. Wow. Is this her current job? If it is, you click on that, but if not, leave it blank. And she started in drop-down menu, click on the arrow. She started in December 2017 and finished May 2020. Responsibilities. She worked manual machine, operated a drill press. Wow. Why did she leave? You want to be careful here and make sure you do not provide any negative answers, such as, I hate hard work, I didn't like my boss, I don't like working with customers. You want to have reasons that are neutral, better, positive, such as, I had a new opportunity. In this case, this is a pretty neutral answer. The business downsized. Certifications. Do you have any certifications? You can click on select to see what some of the options are. Wow, there's a lot. Jane does not have any, so we're going to leave that blank. Oops, cancel. Let's provide one more item of work experience. One, we could do better than just one. Okay, work experience 2. Jane also worked for ABC Signs. Why did she leave? New opportunity. It's not negative, it's positive. Okay, we're going to skip through the certifications. When you're ready, click on Save and Continue. Attachments. This is interesting. You can attach files to the candidate record, such as a cover letter, resume, references, transcripts, and so on. Once it's attached, you can override it by attaching a file with exactly the same name and extension. For example, click on Browse. Let's imagine you want to attach the resume. Resume Jane Q Public. Click on that. Click on Open. Comments. Let's say it's her resume. Attach. You can also attach your transcripts. I'll show you how to do that. But just to show you how to do it, let's call up Fictional Jane's transcripts. Transcripts, Jane Q Public, those are actually my transcripts. Jane Q Public, open. Transcripts. And attach. So we've attached the resume, and that's all we can do at the moment. Click on Save and Continue. But that is how you would attach, for example, your transcripts. Questions, questionnaires. To help us better know you and further assess your qualifications for this position, please answer the following questions as accurately as possible. Do you have any relatives employed by Autozone, including IMC, Auto, anything, and all data? No. And if the answer is yes, you might have to provide, well, who is that? And where do they work? Have you worked for AutoZone company previously? Have you ever worked for AutoZone? In this case, no. If you click on yes, sure enough, you have to specify where. You have to be at least 18 years of age. Are you at least 18? Yes. We're a drug-free workplace. You willing to take a drug screen? Yes. Were you referred by a current AutoZoner? Oh, that's an interesting name for people who work for AutoZone. No, but if you know somebody who works for AutoZone, you can click on yes, and they'll want to know who that is. When you're ready, click on Save and Continue. All right, tax screening questionnaire. We participate in the federal government's Work Opportunity Tax Credit Program. Please take the time to complete the following questionnaire. It takes less than 2 minutes. And there's a happy red star. Oh, here it is. Click the following to begin the questionnaire. It's a little confusing. Please answer a few questions to determine company's eligibility for federal and state tax credit. It takes less than 3 minutes to complete. Let's start. Next. Have you or anyone you lived with received SNAP, otherwise known as food stamps? You can say yes, no, or I'd rather not say. In this case, no. Have you or anyone you've lived with received temporary assistance for needy families, also known as welfare? Yes, no, I'd rather not say. In this case, no. Are you a veteran? Yes, no, I'd rather not say. No. Do you have a disability? Yes, no, I'd rather not say. In this case, no. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? The choices are the same, so I won't keep repeating that. No. Are you unemployed? And have you collected unemployment benefits for any time during the unemployment period? Well, fictional Jane has not worked since mid-2020. And let's imagine that she has collected unemployment benefits. She has been unemployed and received benefits. Have you applied for or received unemployment benefits in the last 2 weeks? Fictional Jane, yes. Again, you can say, no, I have not. I'd rather not say. Are you or your spouse an enrolled member of a Native American tribe? Jane is not. I have a good friend who actually is. When you're ready, click on Next. Have you been employed since October 23, 2020? Well, May 2020 counts, so yes. Provide the state where the unemployment benefits were received. Helpfully, it already says Louisiana. We can leave that. Click on Next. Additional information. Confirm your first and last name. Jane Public. Submit form. Okay. Self-identification, diversity. Notice the red star. So we have to answer. Ethnicity. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Not Hispanic or Latino. And actually, you can say, I'd rather not say. No, in this case, not. Race. Here's your choices. You can say, I'd rather not say. Jane identifies as white. Gender. Ooh, male, female, I'd rather not say. Jane identifies as female. Vietnam era veterans or other veterans. Vietnam era, other veteran, 1 and 2, or you're not. You'd rather not say, not. Special disabled veterans. Well, Jane is not a special disabled veteran. You can also say, I'd rather not say. When you're ready, click on Save and Continue. E-signature. This is basically where you say, all the information I have provided is accurate and correct. Since you cannot sign a website, you simply type your name. That counts as a signature. When you're ready, click on Save and Continue. Many websites have this, and some people get confused by this, but it's a wonderful feature. They give you a chance to review all the information that you have provided in the application. Don't skip this. If you want to make sure that all the information is accurate and correct, especially your contact information, such as your phone, your email address, when you are available to work. You don't want them to offer a job and you say, no, 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 I can't work on those days when you said that you can. Ethnicity and gender and veteran and disabled status, make sure that's correct. And you signed it, Jane Q Public, and when. When you're ready, click on Submit, and that means, I hope, we're done with the application. This is what we like to see. Not all websites do this where they say, hey, you finished, you submitted your application. Some of them just go blank, and you wonder, did it go through? In this case, it's nice that it says, thank you, process completed. Thank you for your job application. If your profile meets the requirements, a member of our team will contact you. We invite you to view the available job openings and to further explore the functionalities of your account. So now that all your information is in Autozone's job application website, it's in their computer system, you can apply for other positions at other stores and it will go much, much faster. That's a great feature. It is important, however, that you remember your login credentials, which is your email address and the password that you created, which you wrote down and you saved it and you don't lose it. Well, thank you very much for your interest. Thank you for watching this video. If this video was helpful to you in applying for a job online with Autozone, please hit that like button. And if you would like to follow more of our videos to help you with your career or your job search, please also click on subscribe. And thank you.